Hello, my name is Geogen, and welcome back to Center Stage, where one of you will take the limelight and show us how it's done in a vehicle of your choice. Today we are watching SerbianKnight, and he's playing in the Tier 6 T150, one of 3 Soviet heavy tanks, and nice bit of driving there, Mr. OI. Brilliant. Anyway, the T150, as I say, is a choice of 3 Soviet heavy tanks at this tier. This one has the armor in comparison to the KV-85. It's a bit slower, and it has a 107mm gun instead of the 122. However, at the KV-85, the majority of players adopt to use the 100mm. Back in the day, of course, the KV-1S, before it was Tier 5, used to be a Tier 6 vehicle, and it had a hugely powerful 122mm with that 175 penetration that we're all used to. Anyway, this 107mm gun, you can also use it on the KV-2, but the KV-2, most people use the Dub 152 howitzer. Anyhow, it has 300 average damage and 167 penetration, which is decent enough for Tier 6 and below vehicles, and the majority of Tier 7s. Tier 8s, you're going to have a bit of a challenge penning. But anyway, SerbianKnight finds himself in a predominantly Tier 6 game, with 3 Tier 7s on each team. However, as you just saw, he penned the lower plate of the enemy IS very easily. And that, I'm surprised, connected due to the fact that this gun has quite a long aim time and subpar accuracy. You see there, he somewhat rushed a shot. Understandably, he doesn't want to get shot by an IS. And therefore it only tracked him. Takes a little more time on that one, and it goes in to the lower plate once again. He's doing classic side-scraping maneuvers, as many of you will know what side-scraping is. I assume the majority of you have played a few thousand games and have learned the basics, at least. It's unfortunate to not pen the enemy VK 3001H, but as you can see, the artillery takes him out. Gets a nice shot into the BDR geogenb as well. Artillery is one of those things that you're just going to have to deal with. Unfortunately for that VK, he couldn't deal with it on such little hit points. Anyway, this IS is not really playing very well in terms of he's exposing his lower plate too much, and it goes down. Now, in the email, SerbianKnight tells me that this corner was his bread and butter, essentially. And he has not taken a single point of damage, just absorbing so much firepower. Unfortunately, bounces the shot there on the OI with its angled frontal armor. The OI has 152mm of armor all on the front, even on those little turrets. But with some careful placement of shells, you can get 167 pen through. A little bit hesitant on taking the shot. Waits until his tracks are back up, and he's just absorbed 12 shots. Absolutely no damage. I'm surprised that OI didn't shoot him with high explosive. Maybe could have hit the track there, but it doesn't matter. The turret is flat enough, and the side of the tank is even better. The OI again fires an AP round. You can see he's blocked 3,710 damage in a Tier 6 machine in a Tier 7 game. And he hasn't fired any of his APCR, and he goes for the ram, taking off the last 14 hit points of another T150, which unfortunately wasn't fully upgraded. And he just keeps on firing when he can. I do respect that he hasn't used any APCR. And just so you know, the APCR on this machine has 219 penetration, which you will need against Tier 8 opponents, especially things like IS-3s. Although the OI, as I said, is very thickly armoured, It's very boxy and very flat. And therefore, with perfect placement of shells, unfortunately that one wasn't, they go in quite easily. And he goes down. 2 kills secured, almost 4,000 damage done. Didn't mention that throughout the replay, but you probably noticed before I just commented. But anyway, 4,000 damage done. Almost 4,000 damage blocked. Side scraping at its finest. Thank you very much, SerbianKnight, for sending that in. I will now take a look at your post-game stats. So here we are with SerbianKnight's post-game stats on the map Windstorm. I didn't think I even mentioned that in the replay. Hopefully you noticed anyhow. T150, 4k damage and 3.8k blocked. Well, he says it as it is, and that's exactly what happened in that game. A Mastery Ace Tankier, unsurprisingly. Duelist, Fire for Effect, Shellproof, 45,000 credits, 1,536 experience, not a first win times 2 of the day, and on a standard account as well. So you can see he would have almost earned 70,000 credits, which is very nice to see in a tier 6, and 2,304 experience if he had a premium account. But still, 45,000 and 1,500 experience is very good. Team score, top on the team, unsurprisingly again. 1,500 base, that's very nice, and 4,000 experience. Wow, 4,000 damage done. Let's see, the closest on his team was this OI with 1,756, but he takes the cake with 4,000. Very nice. And the enemy OI as well. A lot of people like those OIs, don't they? I've yet to get one. I have the OI experimental, but not really the funds for the OI. The detailed report now. 20 shots fired, 20 hits, 14 pens. Some of the shells were a little rushed perhaps, but oh well, it doesn't matter in the end. He still managed to do 4,000 damage. 18 hits received, 0 penetrations. Very, very, very nice. And I'm surprised none of the enemy players were using high explosive. Especially those OIs with the 152 derp guns. Or AP guns, as those OIs showed us. He didn't travel very far, as you can tell, less than a kilometer, but he defended that corner very, very well indeed. 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 destroyed, and 3 spotted. So as for the credit breakdown, we only spent 500 on repairs, only took left track damage I think, and 5,400 on ammunition. So a nice tidy profit there of almost 40,000, and as you can see on the right hand side, almost 62,000 if you were running a premium account. But as I said before, it doesn't matter. It was a very good game and very nice to watch as well. So there was the T150 expertly driven by SerbianKnight. Thank you again for sending it in, and thank you for showing everyone how to side scrape like a boss. It's also refreshing to see a mid-tier replay, because as you well know, YouTube can be dominated with tiers 8 through 10. I'm not saying that's always the case, but often it can be. Anyhow, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave it a like down below, possibly share it with your friends by hitting the share button, and as always, I've been Geogen, this has been World of Tanks Center Stage with the T150 and SerbianKnight, and I'll see you chaps and chapettes in the next one.